Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about something super important, greenhouse gases and their impact on the planet. If you're new here, please like, share, subscribe, and click notification button so you're alerted each time a new video drops, simplifying the concepts of carbon sustainability, ESG, and emissions. Greenhouse gases, what are they? Imagine the earth as a greenhouse, like a giant greenhouse, yeah? Then imagine sunlight streaming into this giant greenhouse. And when this happens, heat is being generated. This heat tries to escape back into space, but it doesn't really get there. It's simply trapped by some gases in the atmosphere. So once sun shines, heat is trying to escape back into space. Those heat are being trapped by some of these gases. You see here the nitrous oxide, water vapor, methane, CO2, hydrofluorocarbon. But the good thing is, in an ideal condition, the heat trapping gives the earth warmth and make it more livable. But we are doing, as humans, we are doing too many activities that are releasing more and more of these heat trapping gases, which gives additional layers of blanket. So it's called the blanket effect. Gives additional layers of heat and causing the earth to get hotter and hotter and heating up more than usual. This is what we refer to as global warming. We're going to discuss some of these gases that are causing this global warming. And one of it, which is the most abundant, is water vapor. It's present in the atmosphere. It contributes significantly to the greenhouse effect. But the main culprit is CO2. CO2 is emanates from burning of fossil fuel. And as long as we, every day of our lives, we convey ourselves from one point to the other using transportation means that uses fossil fuel, that emits greenhouse gas. Transportation of goods really also emits CO2. So looking at that, looking at combustion of fuel to generate electricity like the coal and the gas, production of mineral products like cement, steel, and other metals produces greenhouse gas called CO2. The next culprit is methane. Methane emanates mainly from agriculture and landfill. So when you look at agriculture, looking at the digestive process of goats, cattle, swine, sheep, pig, like as long as they eat and have that digestive process, methane is emitted. And because human beings raise these animals for food and other products, this methane is an emission, it's a human related emission. We also look at methane emitted from the atmosphere during the production, processing, storage, transportation, and distribution of natural gas, and also production, refinement, and transportation and storage of crude oil. Methane is also generated from landfills as waste decomposes in landfill. So when you talk about waste, you talk about plastic waste, packaging, any form of waste that are disposed into landfill that is non-recyclable. Those wastes actually emit methane. Another form of greenhouse gas that causes all of these effects is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is commonly found in agriculture processes, application of organic and synthetic fertilizer, burning of agricultural residues for soil management, land use and land management activities like forest and grassland fires, application of synthetic nitrogen fertilizers to urban soils. So when you see all of these beautiful lawns and beautiful golf courses, you're thinking about, okay, this is actually something that's happened as a result of application of synthetic fertilizers, and it's actually led to the emission of nitrous oxide. Another form is looking at production of chemicals, treatment of domestic wastewater. Yeah, during the nitrification process, it releases nitrous oxide. Having all of these in mind and our constant activities every day releasing all of these greenhouse gases, we realize one thing. that the more these activities happen, the more extreme weather conditions um, happening. Think about heat waves, flood, droughts. Think about people living in coastal regions being threatened, communities being threatened, even agricultural vegetation being threatened as a result of flood or rising sea level. Think about the ecosystem struggling to keep up one day at a time. Think about the fishes dying, the reefs, the seaweed, and all of that. These are changing our plants and animal ecosystem, but there is hope. There are lots of researches and innovation going on, and till date, one of the most successful is switching to renewable energy. Countries like the UK and the and sub-Saharan regions and the US, in fact, globally, are considering and adapting and adopting renewable energy sources. So when you look at sub-Saharan region, where African region, where you have abundance of sun, solar panels seem to be like a thriving renewable energy technology. And you look at areas that like the UK, you're talking about wind turbines, where you have lots of offshore wind projects going on. So what this simply means is that energy is shifting from being generated from fossil fuel like coal and gas to being generated by the renewable from the renewable sources. Within our homes, we're talking about saving energy, switching off the lights when it's not needed, turning off the switches when you're not using them, and just being living the best life really. And another aspect is considering reduction in consumption of meat, because raising animals contributes to methane emission. Eating less meat means that the responsibility of raising more animal is not like it's not going to really be a consideration when you talk about emission, of methane. So if we can, please. Another aspect that I love to do is walking the distance, staying pretty and staying fit by walking that distance, trying to just make sure one step at a time you're cutting down the emission that emanates from transportation of fossil fuel vehicles. So now you're hearing that conversation about electric vehicles or hybrid and so on, or even biofuel vehicles, which I'm hoping will become a thing in the future. Yes, this is walking the distance while you can also cut down those emissions from transportation. And by taking all of these actions together, we can slow down climate change and protect our amazing planet for the future generation. Thank you very much for following through to the end. I must applaud your time watching this video. Please let me know in the comment section what you're doing to help fight climate change. And remember, every small changes can make a big difference. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow for more awesome content. And I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.